Good evening, everyone. We're really excited that you took some time out of your night to learn more about why we love Plexus and why we are so passionate about these products and this business. So I want to be very respectful of everyone's time tonight. So we're going to try to really stick to, 20 minutes of your time. And so hang in till the end because there'll be a special something for you to learn about. And so my name is Darcy Groton. I am a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I've been doing this business since October 2015. I originally started because I had some health concerns that I needed some gut issues that I wanted some help with. I was very, very skeptical. I actually watched my friend who was posting about it and sharing about it for 4 months. I did all my research. I went to PubMed and researched all the ingredients. I was super, super skeptical, but I am so, so thankful I reached out to her. I have never felt better, never been healthier. And honestly, the best thing for me has been, it has financially changed my life. Before this, I was a Montessori elementary teacher. And all you teachers out there know, you work, long hours, you're lesson planning at night. I just was exhausted. And I worked at a private school, and private schools do not have the benefits of public school teachers. And so I felt like I was working and not seeing, retirement or I wasn't dreaming. I definitely wasn't dreaming. So when I started Plexus, I bought wholesale only to get cheapest prices. Soon learned about the business opportunity and thought, gosh, what if my family could take a family vacation? What if we could pay off some medical debt earlier than, what we're paying the minimum balances right now? And so I kind of took the products, started feeling absolutely amazing, and I couldn't help but share with a few close friends and family. I got my first paycheck, which was over $500, and I was blown away. Like, oh my gosh, like this maybe really could get those dreams of going on a family vacation or paying off debt. So I began sharing more with people who I knew needed the products or needed the business. And at the end of the school year, in May, my husband and I had some serious conversations about, my growth so far. At that point, I had almost matched my teaching salary per month. And we thought, what if I leave teaching and I get to be home with the children? And so I did. I left teaching, which was, a dream come true to be a stay-at-home mom. That was such a dream come true. And so I've been working the business now for 1.5 years. And my income has continued to grow, and we are dreaming larger than we've ever dreamed, and planning trips and paying off debt. And it's just been an amazing opportunity that I'm so glad I did not, say no to. I'm so glad I jumped in and took the chance. So tonight is going to be a collection of other people's testimonies and stories. I love hearing everyone's stories. So next is going to be my friend Jamie Ravelli, and she's going to be telling you her story.
Thanks, Darcy. Can you hear me okay? Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to share with you tonight a little bit about my story because Plexus has changed my health and my life. I was diagnosed with Lyme disease a few years ago, and after being very ill for a long time, I ended up near Boston with one of the top Lyme doctors in the country. And for those of you who are not familiar with Lyme disease, it's a bacterial infection transmitted through ticks, and if left untreated can create debilitating neurological issues and illness and mimic other diseases like ALS and MS. And so I was treated aggressively for a few years. And although treatment changed my life, I was left with just some residual, fainting episodes and neurological symptoms, some chronic skin rashes, and just a level of fatigue that made it very difficult to function, as a wife and a mother and in my job. And there were times where, I couldn't even get out of bed. I was so exhausted. And prior to all of this, I was healthy. I ate healthy. I was very active. So it's just a big change in my life. So last winter, I knelt down in prayer, and I just prayed for healing. Or if this was how my life was going to be, I just asked for strength and just a heart of just gratitude for life and just to keep going. And so the next day, I actually was introduced to Plexus, and being in the medical or being a medical professional, I was very, very skeptical at first. In school, we're taught, prescription drugs is the answer for things, and minimal about gut and inflammation and how it's linked to chronic disease and illness. And which has now changed since I've been in school. Research is exploding on the link between gut health and chronic disease and inflammation, how it wreaks havoc on our bodies. So I researched the ingredients. I watched testimonies after testimony, and I decided to give Plexus a try, and not really thinking that it was going to help me at the time. And within a few months, I started sleeping better. I started not having fainting episodes. I started thinking more clearly. My skin rashes were going away, and I just started feeling better. And I've been on the products for about a year, and I can honestly say that I feel better now than I did before I had Lyme. So I sleep at night. I have energy for my family, for my patients at work. And I'm a better mother and a better wife, and I wake up feeling refreshed and excited about life, and no longer, exhausted all the time, wondering when the next time I can get to my bed and go to sleep. So these products work. They are amazing. They have changed my life. And I was doing a little bit of research, and when we think about, who could benefit from these products, 63% of Americans are overweight and obese. 40% suffer from chronic pain, and 20% suffer from autoimmune diseases. And many of us are not even eliminating on a regular basis. And so there's so many issues that people deal with. And I feel like there's this level of acceptance. And, people feel like this is how it's going to be. And I really believe in the power of gut health and inflammation and these products. And they really, really changed my life. I'm going to go ahead and turn over to Nicole, and she's going to talk about her testimony.
Thanks, Jamie. My name is Nicole Barker, and I am a senior gold ambassador with Plexus. But this is kind of the last place I thought I would find myself. I'm an attorney by trade. I went to law school, took my bar exams, and that was where I was going to be. But life had some different things in store for me. And about 2 years ago, I got very sick. And it was at that time that I went from doctor to doctor trying to find answers. And they started digging deeper and deeper, and they weren't finding solutions. We kept piling medication on medication to drown out the symptoms of one med over the other. And they started digging deeper, and I got scared. I got scared that they wouldn't figure out what was wrong with me, and I got scared that they would. And at that point, I had seen some posts by my friend Emily Fennell, and I decided, what if? And so I enrolled as a wholesaler just to get those discounted prices. And I started taking the products in secret from my husband. I didn't want the eye rolls. I just wanted to do it on my own. And so I did. And within that first week, I started feeling differently. I started sleeping better. I woke up before my children, which as a mom, I had never experienced before. I started feeling happier and not needing that afternoon power nap. I wasn't reaching for my coffee all day. I wasn't the mom bee that was roaming around just trying to get through. But I thought it's a placebo. It's just a placebo. But one night, as my husband and I were getting ready to go to sleep, he pulled me close and he whispered in my ear, "I am so happy to have my happy wife back." And I realized that I hadn't been fooling anyone. I had a smile. I had it all together on the outside, I thought. But the person that loved me the most was able to see that there was a difference. And so at that time, I realized that I didn't have to get to the finish line of the weight loss I wanted, of the health story that I was hoping for, because I knew too many people that were suffering just like me. With a smile, sitting at carpool, posting on Facebook, doing what we do, but suffering. And so I started sharing, not thinking anything of it. And in those first 2 weeks, when we received my first paycheck, it had a comma in it. And it was at that point that my husband and I were floored. We realized that this opportunity not only was helping other people and feeding me in a way that I never felt in my other world, but also is giving us the ability to be home with our kids, enjoy life with them while they're young, and not wait until we're retired and they're out of the house. And so just like Darcy has said, this has allowed us to dream. This has allowed us to dream bigger, to help other people in ways that we had never imagined. And this ripple effect of lives changed in our wake, astounding. We are able to show our children a life of love and happiness, a happy mom, a healthy dad, and giving back bigger than we ever dreamed possible. So that's why I do this now. And I am super excited now to introduce my friend, Senior Gold Ambassador, Kristen Manassian, who will tell you a little bit about her story too.
Hey guys, thank y'all so much for coming out or not really coming out, but joining us tonight to hear our stories and just kind of hear why we love Plexus so much. So I actually started Plexus just because I wanted to lose weight. I was going to have my daughter, and when I'd had my son, I really struggled losing the weight. And while I was nursing, I craved sweets like crazy. So I signed up basically because I wanted to save the natural way while I nursed my daughter to lose the weight. Little did I know that there were going to be so many other health benefits that fall into place when I started Plexus. So after I had my doctor's consent, I started Plexus 3 days after my daughter was born. And the weight, it just came off. I didn't struggle this time. I didn't have my sweet tooth like I had when I had my son. And I was able to nurse my daughter longer, and I stayed on the products the entire time I nursed my daughter. But what really was shocking was not only did I go under my pre-pregnancy weight, I stayed over 5 pounds under my pre-pregnancy weight. I've had so many substantial health benefits from these products that I did not expect. So I have suffered with stomach issues my entire life. I went to doctors. They basically said, "You're lactose intolerant, take out dairy." Well, I eliminated dairy and I still had stomach issues. I would wake up in the morning, my stomach would feel semi-flat, and by the time I ate breakfast, it was popped out. By the time I went to bed, it was looking like I was pregnant, and I was constantly bloated and in pain, and it took a toll on my self-image. And there were nights where I was in so much pain from it that I would literally have to just go lay in bed on my left side to help with the pain, and I would just cry and go to sleep. I mean, it was really painful. So I noticed about 2 months after taking these products that I wasn't really having these episodes anymore. They were starting to go away. And now that I've been on the products for over almost 2.5 years, I can't remember the last time I had one of these episodes. And the bloating, it's just so minimal now. I mean, I literally don't have that feeling at night where I just am miserable and feeling so bloated. I've also suffered with horrible pain in my ankle since I was in high school. It swells up pretty bad. I could tell you when it was going to rain the day before because it would swell up to the size of a tennis ball. And on most days, it was swollen at least to the size of a golf ball. And that was another thing I noticed is my ankle's not swelling. The season's changing and my ankle it's not doing what it used to do. And I could wear heels and I was walking a lot and it wasn't swelling up. And it just kind of all started falling into place. Oh my goodness, it's reducing that inflammation. I can't believe these things are falling into place. The energy, no more afternoon crashes. I am a teacher, so I understand where Darcy comes from. And I teach a special ed self-contained unit. So I'm really busy all day long. And come 2 o'clock, I'm crashed. Come after school, when I pick up my own kids, I'm really exhausted. Or I was. No more. I have so much energy to play with my kids, to work a second job on the side while I'm still teaching. The energy has been amazing. I'm just a happier person, like Nicole says. You just are a happier person. So I started over 2.5 years ago, but I really didn't commit to this business until a year ago. I was just over a year ago when my sponsor, Emily, went to the very top of this company. And I thought, you know what? She used to be a special ed teacher. I'm a special ed teacher. I could totally do this. So I decided a little over a year ago, I was going to go all in and I was really going to work the business side of Plexus. And if you guys know anything about teachers, first of all, we don't get paid enough. Second of all, we don't get raises. I've been teaching for 10 years and I've been making the same income for 10 years. So in 1 year of working this business on the nooks and crannies of my day, after my full-time job, after I get my kids to sleep, I've been able to give my family over a 50% raise. And I'm very close to almost having a 75% raise to our income. We dream now for things for our family that I never thought possible. We hit a huge financial milestone this year that we never thought we would ever be able to do, thanks to the business side of Plexus. The products are really the no-brainer part, and I love these products. I mean, when I share with people and hearing their stories, I mean, just tonight, people that aren't even on my own team and hearing their stories, you just can't help but share these products. So these products are phenomenal. This business is phenomenal, and that's kind of where I am with my side. And I'm going to throw it back to Darcy, and she's going to kind of wrap it up for y'all.
Okay, my back. Thank you all for your testimonies. Exactly. The stories that you hear helping other people is what fuels us to keep going. I just had a friend actually reach out to me just this weekend, and she said, she just called randomly and said, I just have to call and say thank you, and that I'm Plexus for life. I'm a lifer. And she had been a customer and she wanted to know, how can I get my products cheaper and how can I share now? Because I have tried every system out there and I had kind of given up. And I had accepted what Nicole said, or Jamie, I think it was, I had accepted that this was just how people feel. This is just how people feel as parents or in their 30s or 40s. We just, and we aren't meant to feel that way. And I love, and she said, and then I did Plexus and I realized I've never felt better in my life and that there was an answer. And I wasn't even going to give it a try because I thought it's just one more system that isn't going to work for me. So of course, you've heard a lot about the products, and I want to go over what products we all started with and just clarify that these aren't Band-Aid products. They are getting to the root issues, which is why people are having such success. And like Jamie said, there is so much research coming out right now about gut health and its importance and how it is connected to so many health issues that people are having today. So the products that we all take is, we take the pink drink. It's called Plexus Slim. This is kind of the product that I think I was the most curious about being called Plexus Slim because I really didn't need weight loss. But come to find out after doing some research on the ingredients, the product is about balancing your body. So it balances blood sugar. So you're not going through those highs and lows and all that stress on your body. I also was a crazy sugar addict. I reached for sugar at the end of my teaching day to pick me back up again. When the kids went to bed, I would ice cream and candy and raid the cabinets. And what I noticed right away on Plexus Slim is that when your blood sugar is balanced, you aren't reaching for that sugar and that caffeine and that pick-me-up because your body isn't going through those ups and downs, highs and lows. You just feel good and stable all day. So you have natural energy. It also has alpha-lipoic acid in it, which is a body healer. So people that have inflammation in the body, it's reducing inflammation. So I think people are sleeping better. They're connecting blood sugar to sleep. There's so many great benefits of Plexus Slim. And it was actually created to help type 2 diabetics reduce their insulin. And they found that it has so many other effects, not just for diabetics. So pretty amazing. So we mix this in the morning before our day, a half an hour before breakfast, and it keeps you feeling great all day. And like Kristen said, energy in the afternoon that you wouldn't believe. No more napping. I was wide awake, able to play with my children after my teaching day too. It's unbelievable. The second product we began on was the BioCleanse. It's a magnesium supplement. A lot of people get afraid of the word BioCleanse. It is not a run to the bathroom. It's a very gentle cleanse to get the stuff that's been built up in your intestines flushed out. There's a great analogy about, imagine that you have a straw, you drink your milk out of a straw, an hour later you drink your juice out of that same straw, a couple hours later you drink a smoothie out of that straw. I get my point. Eventually the insides of that straw are built up, and this is what's happening to our intestines. There's all this overgrowth and fungus, medications that we're on, are unbalancing our gut bacteria. And so there's a lot of buildup. And so the BioCleanse is gently cleansing out all of that buildup, if that makes sense. It also helps the body produce collagen. So people that have been on Plexus, you may notice some of your friends that are on Plexus, your skin never looks and feels better because you're getting that stuff out of your system, removing toxins, flushing out. The ProBio 5 is my ultimate favorite product of Plexus. It is an amazing probiotic. We take this at night. Sorry, I don't think I shared. We take BioCleanse during the day, probiotics at night. So it has 5 strains of beneficial bacteria, amazing bacterias. It also has 4 enzymes that help with digestion, digestive enzymes. And there's one enzyme in here that is like magic that I have not been able to find in any other probiotic on the market. It's called chitosanase. So when we have this fungus and yeast in our intestines, it surrounds itself with this shell, kind of like the material on the outside of a shrimp. It's called chitin, and it makes it very hard to rid yeast and fungus of your system because it has this shell that's very hard to break that barrier. So chitosanase breaks down chitin. It breaks down that shell wall so that bacteria and fungus, not bacteria, but fungus and yeast overgrowth can be flushed out with the BioCleanse. So I love these products, which is why everyone is having success on the products, because it balances your body. It gets your systems working the way they should and cleansed out. So tonight you heard from 2 senior golds, a Ruby, and I'm a senior Ruby. So we all started this business joined wholesale to get wholesale prices, never intending to work the business. But when you start to feel this amazing, you want to share with friends and family. I bump into people every day that are struggling with the same things I was struggling with. And so it's such an easy, the products sell themselves. It's such an easy product to share because we have what people need. And we have the right products at the right time with the right company. Our company compensates us very well. So when you begin the business, a silver is your first rank, and silvers are when you can find 3 friends to either buy wholesale or want to work the business and get some side money too. 3 friends, and you can make over around $400 to $500 at that first rank. That alone was life-changing money for my family. Just silver was life-changing money for my family. The next rank is gold. Golds make about $1,000 a month, which again is unbelievable. Senior golds make about $2,000 a month. Rubies make $3,000 on average a month. These are averages, of course. Senior rubies, about $4,000 a month. And then from there, you reach the jewel rank. So the first jewel rank is an emerald. Emeralds on average make $10,000 a month. That's my next rank, which I hope to hit this summer. $10,000 a month. I'll get a free Lexus and a trip to Hawaii with my spouse. So wild. Again, I am definitely dreaming with incomes like that. Sapphire is the next jewel rank, and you make $20,000 a month. And diamond is at the top. Like Nicole said, her friend Emily, who was a special ed teacher, just reached the top this year. She's making $36,000 a month on average. And it only goes up from there. So We, of course, are passionate, excited. Thank you for giving us your time tonight. If you've been invited here tonight, it's because someone believes that these products could change your life in some way. So reach back out to that person who invited you. There's, again, like I said in the beginning, a special drawing. So if you reach back out to that person tonight and give them a code word balance, you have a chance to get into X Factor multivitamin. What I love about our multivitamin, it has aloe, so soothes the intestines, also 300 times more absorption when you have aloe in your multivitamin. The other thing I love is that it's majority of them are plant-based supplements, so minerals and vitamins. A lot of vitamins out there today are synthetic, and your body doesn't know what to do with synthetic vitamins or how to absorb them. So these are absorbable, and my hair and nail growth has never been more amazing on them, so I know that they are absorbing. Again, thank you for joining us tonight. And yeah, your questions can be answered by the person who invited you, and we are excited to see what your journey is going to be on Plexus. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Good night.